when we were first trying to figure out what we would do for our big piece for Frantic Assembly, we all just kind of made a set and thought what we might do with it, because we initially thought it could be like high rises, and we put the theme of like relationships and love onto it. So it could be like a different relationship in different apartments and the connection of them all. And we thought that while having it vague would allow us to have so many different options, having such an open topic works well with the fact of living in a block of apartments because of the difference of people that you're going to get. So we had this set and rebuilt it, and then we thought, well, how are we going to get into this? So we kind of destroyed it again and brought it all out, so that our beginning bit could be building it together. So, and then we all got into positions around it to just see what might happen. And then we thought about including the heart lines into it and maybe all connecting, and then building all together. So this is what happened here, in which we all started off in our positions, and it was a very slow movement in which this thing was passed around, and we'd all stay connected throughout the entire piece as much as we could. While in the time it seemed like this would be fairly effective, looking back on it, it's not very frantic, because it seems too organised in a way and too planned out, because Frantic, while they are very organised in the end to start off with, they're not very planned, especially here when Hannah puts her hand up. Like, that's so obvious to an audience that is what she's cueing. And then also that run-in, it was very badly timed, and it also just wasn't very effective. And then at this point, when we all put the pieces in, we stand around, and then everyone else comes in. To begin with, it seems okay, a bit like organised chaos. But as it gets closer towards the end, it's very much just chaos, and we had no idea what we were doing, and we thought we could just improvise and see what would happen and what would come out of it. And while that is what Frantic does, they just play and make it up as they go along, in a sense. Doing that for this, when there's so many of us around such a big set, in which they don't even introduce sets until a lot later on when they've decided what they're going to do. It just didn't work very well. And you can see here that everyone's just a bit confused and they don't know what they're doing, and we didn't know when we were ending either. So it was all just... It didn't work out very well, because we tried to organise it too much in a way that Frantic wouldn't, but then also leave it to improvise and just see what would happen. Because we initially thought we could do a slalom type of thing, in which we'd have a certain path and then people would go about it, and people would just take it in turns to run about, and it would be very much organised chaos. We were all talking too much and we weren't able to plan it all out. So we just thought we could improvise and see if it worked, and obviously it didn't, so we're definitely going to have to redo the whole beginning bit, because it doesn't work at all, and we don't enter the space either we start on, which Frantic definitely doesn't do. They always enter the stage and have that entrance as being something significant, because one of their layers that they put on is the entrance and how they greet each other, as that was one of the exercises that we did in the workshop.